Hello everyone, my name is Vasily and I am a US engineer. So in my videos I just want to repeat it again. In my videos this is kind of life, right? I am not preparing material, I just sit and we are trying to write some code together. That's my plan, right? Also, maybe I will learn something. Oh, I have a message. Oh. Oh, sorry, it's absolutely not professional. But you like it, right? I hope so. So, as I said, we want to write some code, right? It's not very important that you are a professional engineer or you are a beginner, right? You just want to be an iOS engineer, maybe macOS engineer, right? So, I mean, in this sphere, I have some experience, right? So, regularly, when we are looking at any positions in different companies, right? We, from time to time, can receive home tasks, right? Like home task, homework, test. I mean, you can pick any words what you prefer, right? So you receive a task to complete at home. Yeah, for me, I don't like them. So regularly, if I have a task and this is not like a top company, I would like to say no. I mean, I already have several years of experience and I can say no, right? But if you are not there, right? If you are not at that position where you can say, hey, like I don't want to complete any test, I don't want to make any homework, right? I mean, any task at home, right? So you have to complete it, right? You have to show your code, you have to implement something, right? So, and this is a video about the homework. So, what I am planning to do, I want to start with a task from my head. I will give you more information, like what do I think, what should we show, right? And then maybe in the comments you can add description of other task, right? And second video could be with your task, why not? Also, I am thinking about this way, like when I have when I record the video, maybe you can send me your home tasks, right? For review, why not? And I will review it later. So in the comments you can add like links to your repositories, right? Public repositories, of course. So and then I will check it. So I mean, this is up to you. Again, I'm new here as YouTube, so I'm experimenting with formats and so on. So up to you guys. Let's just make everything fun, right? So, okay, I think we can start writing some code. I already have here prepared empty application, and of course when we finish it, of course, I don't know, will we finish it today, because I'm planning to record like hourly, right? Like first hour, then second hour, and so on. And regularly, because I am engineer, software engineer, I prefer to make everything perfect. Maybe 1 hour it will not be enough, maybe even 2 hours will not be enough, but okay, we'll see how it is going. So yeah, let me switch to the another screen, right? So I have two computers, so right now I'm looking to another computer. Do not think that I am there's something wrong with me. Okay. Yep. So I hope it is pretty. You can see everything, right? I just created an empty application, and we have AppDelegate. Oh, I'm sorry. Absolutely not professional. Yeah. You can mention it on comments. Oh, of course. Right. So, but again, this video is not for learning. This video is for something fun, right? And I'm not. I don't want to set a task for myself to educate people. I just want to do something fun. Yeah, that is it. If you are planning to learn Swift, Swift UI, iOS, macOS development, all of the things, I suggest to find like a normal course. Normal means with a normal teacher, right? With structured materials, right? That you will not have lots of waterwords, what we have right now, because already we are talking 6 minutes, right? And we not even start, right? So probably if you do not like this thing, yeah, you have comments, or you can find my colleagues. Sounds very interesting, right? I created several videos on YouTube, and right now I'm also a colleague of other YouTubers. You're a dreamer, Vasily. Okay, so what we are going to do for right now, regularly. Let's try to start with collection. So regularly, and I remember myself when I had a chance to ask people to create home tasks. Yes, that also was me, but I was young and I wanted money, and so right now I do not like this that happened several years ago, like 5 years ago, something around that. But Forni is here, my wonderful cat. He always wants to be a superstar. So regularly, previously I asked people like 5 years ago to create a task, to complete application. I just sent some notes, what I expect to see, and probably right now I think I still remember what I asked, and I will do the same for myself. To make it fun also for me, I want to use Swift and UIKit, because I didn't use UIKit a lot of time. So yeah, I made some fixes and so on, but last 2 years I worked only, most of my time I spent for surviving in Swift UI world, right? So I want to do application using Swift and UIKit, and also I am planning to implement architecture. I have no idea what it could be. Maybe it could be MVC, maybe it could be something else, like we'll see, but definitely we will implement several patterns, right? And we will start right now. Enough words. 9 minutes. Oh my god. So I already spent like my math is not working. Okay, less than 20% of your time. Okay, of the video time. I hope you like it. Yeah, I can talk a lot. I think so. Okay, yeah, let's start. So regularly, when I asked before engineers to complete any homework, any task, so I started with collection view. I asked, hey, can you create like a table view, right, with reusable cells? And that's what we're going to do right now, right? We have our wonderful view collection, so I will try to do everything perfect. I mean, I do not know how much time will it take. So first of all, let's run it. Will it work or not? And I want to highlight Xcode that I have here, version 14.1. Can it be bigger? No. Okay. Oh. So let me make this screen bigger, right? I am also hearing the same music, so I hope we are on the same wave, right? So, okay, this is working. So, what we're going to do? We want to start with table view, right? So, okay. So, so I'm going to create a table view, UITableView. So if I forget something, I will Google it, and maybe we will go. What is maybe? We will go to the Stack Overflow. Okay, English is not working. We will go to the Stack Overflow first, of course, right, to find the right answer and copy paste it, and then after it, if it's not working, we will read documentation, right? Like who reading documentation is not very funny, right? Okay, so we will have a private here, methods, private properties, right? So, and we have table view. Okay, what is this? This is force unwrap. I mean, you know what is this? Why it's here? For views, like actually everywhere I prefer force unwrap. This depends on your strategy. Everywhere I prefer to use force unwrap because it can fail application very fast. It can crash it, and if it will be crashed, I will see the problem. Right, I can fix it much faster rather than trying to add more statistics. I mean, but again, you can pick any strategy. This is my preference actually, because when I test I worked at several companies where I had to test my code manually myself using phone, like physical device, right? So, and when I tested it, I can detect problems much faster. Okay, so let's have a section for table view. Okay, table view. What I'm doing? Why I do this? So if I enable Minimap, and of course I do not remember where is it, right? Can you see it? So I want to editor, factor, Minimap. Woohoo! We can see here, right? So I prefer to, first of all, do we want to start with table view? No, we want to start with a root view, right? RootViewController. So what does I have two keyboards, right? This wonderful keyboard with wonderful sound, right? I don't want to press harder because it's connected to my second computer. So, and I have soundless keyboard, right? Because I don't want to create so much noise. Right now, Forni just came and he decided. Okay. If you just lie here and sleep, I would be the happiest person in the world. Hey. Okay, so let's continue. RootViewController. So yeah. We decided to switch our plan, right? And we will have new groups, and we will have modules, components. No, modules. Because we also want to show our superpower, right? And we want to to demonstrate everything what we can do, right? And we also will have a good structure. I hope so. I hope I still remember how to do that. So, and we will have this RootViewController, right? Let me... And it could be yellow. I will tell you why it should be yellow. View background color equal yellow. Let's start. I think it will. Okay, unknown class, because we're using storyboards. Okay, I don't want to use storyboards. So okay, Forni, please do not play here. No, of course. So we don't want to use storyboard. Let me check. Where is storyboard here. Maybe not here. Should be here, right? Default bar, app icon, launch screen, storyboards, main. Let me check, where is it? Okay, it's very weird. I cannot see it. Previously, when I worked with storyboard, I could remove it, right? So resource info, maybe info, application scene. Do we have something? Yeah, we have storyboard here. Okay, can we skip storyboard? What does it mean? I want to remove it, right? And right now screen could be dark, right? What I'm going to do, I want to render the screen, right? Just here. So how to do this? I think we can create a window, something. I remember something to window. Okay, let window, UI window, frame window scene. We have frame and we have windows. Okay, window. Do we have a controller? Oh, lots of things changed. RootViewController. Yeah, I think I still remember something, right? Wonderful. And right now we are planning to put this RootViewController. Oh, we already did this. So, and probably last thing, make key and visible. Show the window and make it as a key. Okay. Oh, and we need to keep it here, right? Window. It will be UI window. So because we need to keep this reference, or it will be. Oh wait, let's try. I think we have to keep it, or it will be disappeared, right? So if I do this, and we can, self window. Oh, I didn't finish. I have two keyboards, right? And they have different positions of command and option. So yeah, and wait, maybe I did something. Oh, what? So on this keyboard, I have settings to switch between Windows and macOS, right? Like keyboard association, right? That you have right buttons. Never mind, wonderful, right? I was working with this keyboard whole month and I forgot to switch it. Wonderful. Okay, so let's try to run. Okay. Wow, what? Okay, something not working, right? So window, no. Root, make it visible. Okay. Okay, if we do this, so self window equal window. Let's run and see what will happen. No, interesting. So, okay, and that is fun, right? Because I just start typing and I already have like everything changed. Okay, maybe I just forgot. So UI window render, or render ViewController. So okay, we have the thing present at ViewController. Oh no! I need to render render ViewController programmatically. Okay. UI screen deprecated. Okay. So how to use it, right? Normally, I can make it bigger, right? Interesting. It's not so fun to read so many documentation. I didn't know that I can stuck on the first step. Yeah, but like RootViewController. Oh, wait. Maybe I made a mistake. Self view background view. View did load. I did the same, right? So if we check our RootViewController view did load, view background color yellow. Okay, RootViewController. Oh, what? I'm again something wrong. Okay. I will switch here. What's wrong with my Mac? Okay, I will put it here. So, let me check. So, product SceneDelegate, edit one. Okay. So, give the blacks. Yeah, the same. Like this thing changed. One possibility that your app is starting from storyboard. Interesting. So something changed. Okay. Black screen. Okay. Okay. Oh, maybe I need to set frame. That is possible, right? That I forgot to set up frame. Okay. Frame. Okay, let's run it. Nope. Nope. That is not working. So, I'm sorry. It's weird, but gesture is not working when I try to swipe right, swipe left on my trackpad. It's swiped on another screen. Maybe I need to. Oh, what if right? No, it's the same. I have no idea why it is like this. So that broken. UI scene session system. We have to initialize window. Okay. Okay. Yeah, let's do it. So we need to use something different, right? So what can we do? We can use window scene, right? And we can session UI session. Okay, let's just try coding. So UI scene connection options. Have no idea what is this. Connection options. Can we make it like empty for right now? Okay. Left window, UI window, and yep, this. Okay, and right now convert any to, okay, UI scene session, connect UI scene, connection options. Oopie doopie. So okay, looks like we need to check it, right? Interesting. Okay. can we just create this object, right? Or okay. Okay, one more, right? Ew. No. Init. So UI init. Okay. If we support secure coding. What is this UI scene session? Scene role. Wait, do we have the scene? We have SceneDelegate. Ew. Ew. Tell nothing, okay? We have window here and we... Wonderful. We do not need all of this. You see how everything changed. I like it. Private, of course. It should be private. And we have this. Let's see. Right. So window. Oh. Scene. We have. Do we have ViewController? Okay. Window equal UIWindow, right? Window scene. Okay. We have session and we have connection options, right? And right now this thing should work. Oh, no. Window RootViewController equal RootViewController, right? Then window make it visible. Okay, let's run it. Okay, it could be internal. Okay, not private. I like everything private. Yes. Okay. What do we have? Finally, after 33 minutes, we set up first RootViewController programmatically. Wonderful, Vasily. Good results. So, what does it mean? We will have one more thing. We will have another group like a core, right? So in this core, we are going to have a router, right? So it will be new group, it will be router, right? Yeah, and then we will create new file. It will be router. Yeah, it will be a router, maybe. When you try, so we will have two things. We will have two files, class and interface. And it is always a big challenge how to name it. Should I? Actually, wait a moment. Like, I want to check something. Why it's not so big? I am talking because I'm looking at myself, I'm looking at the screen. On my screen everything is bigger. So maybe I can do this. Will it work? And for... Whoa! I think it's better, right? I mean, I really want you guys to see everything. So, but for myself, I will right now can make it a little bit smaller. Okay, so router, we need interface. Regularly, if you try to read source code from Swift, right, like how things implemented, regularly regularly engineers use postfix like able, right, like like for example we have router and interface could be router able and then class router, right? Or we may have interface router and class something different, right? I don't know. Let's go to the second option. It will be interface will have a straight name or not. Yeah, let's keep router able. So that means that this interface could be a router, right? And right now I need to make smaller because on my screen it's very huge. Okay. Maybe. Yep. I think you also can see everything. So, yeah. Let's type it. So protocol mean interface. Interface mean you will have class or structure or something else, and this something, class or structure or actor right now in Swift, will have or must have several properties, several functions that you want to define. So yeah, it's not so clear, right? Okay, I will show you an example. So routable, routerable, right? Routable. So what would it have, right? Okay, let's do next thing. Render root view root controller, right? So, and our implementation that will confirm routerable must have this function, implementation of this function. Okay, let's do it. So new file, next, router. Actually, I like this sound. Do you like it? I need to click on like button. Where is it? Yeah, it's pretty cool. So it should be a router. Okay, great. So it is going to be class because router will be used in lots of places, I think so. So router, and of course here we will have mark. So extension router or routerable. My English is not working in the evenings and in the morning. You know this joke. It's from one of the previous video. I hope you watched them. Okay, and if we want that this thing confirm routerable, we need to implement this controller, right? We need to implement this function, this method. right? And what do we want? We want just to put all of this, right, and put it into router. Okay, let me do this thing. Will it work? Will it compile? Okay, so that means that I can put all of this code directly into the router, right? So we can put it here, and we will have here property route window, and it should be UIKit. UIKit, right? UIWindow, window. Wonderful. No, optionals. I want it fail if I make a mistake. So, and we need to transfer two properties. Scene session, and I think we can transfer all of them, right? So copy and paste, right? And actually it is going to be here. So render root controller. Maybe we can rename it later, right? UIKit. Okay. So then we are going here. And we just put this function into this place, right? So I hope you can see me. Yep. So what will be next? Yeah, we can do this actually, right? So we use session, we use connection options. We can use scene. I don't know. So let's try to is weak. Oh yeah, right. It cannot be weak. It must be an owner. Router is the owner. Router is the owner of the window, right? So it must have strong reference. Right, we will talk one day about strong, weak references, or probably you already know it. So, and in our app delegate, what we did, we can write something like, first of all, we need to create a router. Router equal router. Yeah, let's do this thing. Yeah, and it will have this type, routerable, and routerable should be class. Oh, probably it should be any object, right? You will tell me that, yeah, any object, no problem. It is going to be any object. So I really want that router be only class, because I don't want to create instances, right? I don't want to create copies. Router is a one. So a router, and we will create it here. Router, right? So, and we can call it router render root scene session connection options, right? So yeah, here you are. We have our wonderful root view. No problem. Right now, let's continue building, right? So we can make it a little bit more compact. I mean, I extremely like one line function, inline function. So let's do this thing. Can we? Will it work? Yeah. So lazy means, if you don't know, this means that we will create this router object, or it can be anything. We will do the code, right? That is here, because previously we can have like this. We may have several lines of code, right? So lazy will run this code only when it will be called, not on the beginning, not when we create the SceneDelegate, right? Okay, so what we did, first of all, we created, we updated ViewController, we renamed it, right? We named it as a RootViewController. We removed storyboard because we do not like storyboard. I do not like storyboards right now because actually, again, I didn't like it before. Maybe right now it's changed, maybe, right? So I need to make more experiment, and here we are, right? Like we can do it together, right? And I can double check that, okay, I didn't like storyboards because of this, or I just didn't know how to work with them. I mean, everything possible, right? I'm not perfect engineer. It's impossible to know everything. So what we did, we created a RootViewController, then we created router, and we put routing thing directly in a router, right? But oh, cool sound. So and you can see here that we use router directly, right? I do not like it. I think we no, using router directly is kind of okay, but we don't have assembly or factory. What is factory? Probably you heard it. Oh, 47 minutes, right? We are near 1 hour. I think we will have a time to come to at least start. So let me create new group. It will be factory. One more component of the core, factory or assembly. So assembly or factory, it's kind of, I mean, you can use any words, but what I put in the meaning of this word, in assembly I create all objects, instances, and make a dependency injection. So what is dependency injection? You just create an object and put this object into another object, right? That's it. You make these connections between elements. Wonderful. Between instances, right? Objects. Okay, so the same. Do you remember? Let's do. You see, like 1 hour, and we didn't even start writing code, right? I mean, code for tasks, right? Probably you have an idea what companies ask you to complete, right, at home. We're not here yet, right? So let's go file, it will be assembly able. I'm laughing because probably it's not correct English. I mean, you can hear my English, it's not super perfect. I mean, and probably big chance that I also made billions of mistakes already just typing. But I'm okay with this. And you're too, right? Because you are a very good person, you're not going to write something uncomfortable in the comments below, right? So, like assembly able, right? It also should be a class, any class. Because again, why it should be a class? And here you can learn a difference between structures and classes. I always ask this. This is one of the basic question. Probably I expect you can hear it billion of time. Any class, any object, Vasily. So difference between them that when you have a class, it it regularly will create it just once, right? And then when you put it as a property in other functions, it will point to the same class. And when you change something, it will change like that original, right? And when you use structure, or so class is a reference-based thing, and structure is a type-based, right? So when you use structure, you can copy it, right? It will always make a new copy, right? So core, we don't want to copy, because core we will init right once, and initial will take many time. We don't want to init it again, and again. So elements in core probably would be like exist in a single as a single object, right? Okay. So what we're going to do, we want to create ViewController, right? Interesting. So right now we are building interface. So function, it will be create. And right now we wanted to create something. We can do this. We can have several functions. Create ViewController. Create ViewController, right? So yeah. Actually, we can start with router, right? Oh, no. Router will be hidden in a core. Okay, let's start with the ViewController. And we will return UIWindow, right? So, since this is Swift and we want to have a wonderful interface, and we want to have these things when we type something, we have autocomplete, right? We want all of this. We want to work in our comfortable zone, right? Comfort zone. You got it, right? So we need one more type, and this could be a structure, and what it could be, it would be element. Element, okay, assembly element, assembly able element. No, it could be, let's start with I'm thinking about, because assembly will create lots of things. Assembly will create controllers, assembly will create services, assembly will create like everything, right? And I'm trying to find a right word for it. Okay, assembly able or assembly element. Okay, assembly able element. That means that element can be assembled. I don't know English, please. Okay, start with element. We will have subtype, right? We will have lots of subtypes here. So extension element mark subtypes mark ViewController. Yep. So what we're going to do next? We will have another struct with name ViewController. So yeah, let's actually write this. Let's name it assembly element right now, this, even if it's not correct. I mean, I want, because element is like too abstract, extremely abstract, right? Okay. And what do we have? Right now we just have enum, and we have yes, it's not a struct. This is enum, right? ViewController case, and right now we have only one option. We have root. We have root ViewController, and that is it, right? And when we want to create, right, we will have, oh, I remembered. What was it? It was not assembly element. It was router. It was router element. So regular, we have a path in router. Yeah, let's continue. So right now we have assembly element, we have RootViewController, right? And here we are going to create it. Create ViewController, ViewController, right? UIWindow. No. We here we will have a path, right? Let's name it ViewControllerType. ViewControllerType. Because it's not a view controller, it's or ViewController descriptor, I don't know. Let's use type. Descriptor is too long. So yeah, and we have this ViewControllerType. Wonderful. So right now we need to create our assembly, right? New file, next assembly, right? Create. And what is the plan? Of course we want to implement this interface class assembly, right? Then mark, and oh, let me close the door. Okay, so let me continue. So assembly able, right? So class extension assembly and assembly able. All right, and here we need to write this code. Wonderful. And this will be UIKit, right? So what is my plan? Since this is enumeration, ViewController case root, we're going to return a RootViewController, right? So we created it, right? And we can return. So this is the second component, right? Yeah, and right now let's change everything, right? So we have router, right? Router should navigate, right? We said, okay, let's render ViewController. Wonderful, right? But the problem here that we should have access to the assembly, right? Let's try to resolve this problem. So yeah, we acquire assembly, and it is going to be assembly able, right? And assembly will create RootViewController. Wonderful, but right now, how to set it? We need to put this assembly, right? Wonderful, and here we need to create one more class. Actually, we have here router able, right? So yeah, and we need to create assembly, right? We need to put assembly in a router. We need to resolve this dependency injection. Again, dependency injection is super simple. Means that you just write that someone puts correct objects into correct places, right? You go to your class with window, with assembly, you have no idea where that function that created window, that created assembly and put it in your router, right? That is dependency injection. In my experience, yes, you can use several of them, like there are lots of implementations, but it's very simple. I mean, just create object and put it inside other object. I mean, it's not a rocket science, right? You do not need to write a huge amount of code, but you can control everything. You don't have that magic that hidden in the framework, or you have to go to the framework and explore it, and regularly you cannot change framework, you need to fork it and so on. So I just prefer, instead of using any dependency injection framework, I prefer to use a custom solution, my own solution, okay, my own community solution, right? So we have assembly, right? And right now we need to set it. That means that we need to right now to create all of this, right? So we need to set assembly able, right? And we have one more problem, right? How to do this? Because here we cannot do this, right? I mean, if we decide to put it directly here, right, it will be a router. It will be lazy var assembly right, and then we are going to put this here, right, and this will work. I hope so. Right. So right now you can see that in route. We will fix that. Do not worry. It's not correct. Ooh, wonderful. It's more than 1 hour. I need to wrap up. So let me finish. So what we did, we just created 2 patterns, right? Assembly and router. Assembly AK means dependency injection. Router means all navigation. So assembly will create objects and put other objects inside other objects, right? Also, assembly will keep lots of objects alive inside itself, like singletons, but hidden singletons, right? I mean, okay, it's not correct. Like, for example, you may have a service that should work always, right? And assembly will keep a regional reference to this class. For example, assembly will own it, right? It will be like kind of global service, right? But it will be hidden inside assembly, and you cannot get access to it. So everything should be private, remember it. So assembly create objects inside objects and retain objects inside itself, right? And router navigate between screens. When you have screen, when you click on something, you have pop-up, that is router. You will say, hey router, pop up that. Router will do this. So we have just 2 components. It's not even architecture, but we have just 2 components / patterns. I mean, again, you can use lots of different words, and the same for me. Like, some people use router, some people use navigator. Probably it could be the same, or it could be different. I mean, main idea to make your code readable, to make your code understandable, that anyone can understand it. So, woo, it's time flying so fast, right? So wonderful. That's it for today. So many. So write your questions, write your tasks. Maybe we will, when we complete this, we will do another one. Probably maybe we will use Swift UI and try to fight with this, right, on Swift UI. Each day I explore for myself lots of new things. Oh, lots of new things, right? Write your suggestions, anything, or do nothing. I mean, this is freedom for everyone. If you like, thumbs up. If you don't like, thumbs down. So yeah, I think that's it. Have a wonderful rest of the day. See you later.